Welcome to the 58th episode of Kanga Crypto News, your go-to source for fast and trustworthy updates in the world of crypto. I'm Kuba, and I'm bringing you the latest and most important stories. As always, later in this episode, I'll go over the rules of our competition where you can win some KG tokens. And I'll also reveal the winner from the last week's round. But before we proceed, please remember that all the information in Kanga Crypto News is carefully compiled by our expert Kanga analysts, using reliable sources only. Please note, however, that this is not an investment advice. New episodes of Kanga Crypto News are released every Friday, so if you want to stay informed about the most crucial developments in the crypto world, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss any important update. Now, let's get started. Ripple reportedly offered $4 to $5 billion to acquire Circle, the issuer of USDC, but the deal was rejected as Circle pursued its IPO. The acquisition would have significantly expanded Ripple's stablecoin presence, adding to its RLUSD offering, which recently surpassed $300 million market cap. The move coincides with Ripple's $1.25 billion acquisition of Hidden Road. Circle, meanwhile, is expanding cross-border payment services and secured Abu Dhabi regulatory approval, positioning itself as a global fintech leader. Pro-XRP lawyer John Deaton speculated on whether Ripple and Circle could eventually become banks as Ripple eyes deeper financial integration. The North Carolina House passed House Bill 92, enabling the creation of a strategic digital asset reserve, primarily focused on Bitcoin. The bill permits investments through funds, not direct crypto purchases, aiming to diversify state assets and hedge against inflation. Supporters, including Governor Josh Stein, believe it modernizes investment strategies, while critics cite Bitcoin's volatility. The state's pension system, currently underfunded by $16 billion, is central to the debate. North Carolina follows states like Arizona and cities like Roswell, New Mexico, which are integrating Bitcoin into financial systems. The bill now awaits Senate approval. Visa has launched a stablecoin payment service in Latin America through a partnership with Stripe-owned Bridge. The integration allows local merchants to access stablecoin transactions and introduces new Visa card programs in Colombia, Ecuador, and Mexico. Lead Bank will support the rollout, while global expansion is planned for Europe, Africa, and Asia. Visa's move comes amid rising fintech interest in stablecoins following MasterCard's similar announcement. Though regulatory clarity remains lacking in the US, global frameworks like MiCA in the EU are helping the compliant issuer like Circle thrive. Ripple's recent RLUSD launch adds competitive pressure in the $239 billion stablecoin market. Michael Saylor announced MicroStrategy will raise $84 billion to expand its Bitcoin holdings. This includes $42 billion each in equity and fixed income. The firm aims to increase its BTC yields to 25% and BTC gains to $15 billion by 2025. Strategy currently holds over 550,000 Bitcoins, bought for around $38 billion at an average price of roughly $68.5K. A recent $1.42 billion purchase added over 15,000 Bitcoins at around $93,000 each. The company now holds over 2% of all circulating BTC, second only to BlackRock. A new $21 billion stock offering has already raised $6.6 billion. Japanese firm Metaplanet announced a US expansion with new Florida-based subsidiary aimed at raising $250 million to fuel its Bitcoin acquisition strategy. Florida was chosen for its pro-Bitcoin stance and raising reputation as a crypto hub. The subsidiary will target institutional US investors. As of now, Metaplanet holds 5,000 Bitcoins, up 184% from January. Recent purchases include 696 Bitcoins for $67 million and 330 Bitcoins for $28.2 million. The move follows Florida's own legislative steps to permit Bitcoin investments and align Metaplanet with peers like Strategy, which dominate corporate Bitcoin holdings. Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderoty, explained that the US SEC dropped its lawsuit due to a lack of legal clarity surrounding crypto. Alderodi stated the regulator couldn't continue enforcement without first defining applicable laws. With the case closed, Ripple is ramping up business, acquiring Hidden Road for $1.25 billion and offering $5 billion to buy Circle. The SEC under new chair Paul Atkins may take a more pro-crypto approach. Alderodi emphasized the need for smart crypto regulations and working alongside Congress to foster innovation while deterring bad actors. Warren Buffett announced he will retire as CEO of Berkshire Hathaway by year-end after nearly 60 years. Greg Abel will succeed him, potentially signaling a shift in the firm's stance on Bitcoin. While Buffett has long criticized Bitcoins, Berkshire maintains a growing stake in pro-crypto firm New Holdings. Abel's hands-on investment style may encourage exploration of digital assets, especially with Trump's administration pushing pro-crypto policies. Meanwhile, traditional firms like MicroStrategy, Tesla, and GameStop continue to add Bitcoin to their balance sheets, increasing pressure on Berkshire to modernize. Binance signed a memorandum of understanding with Kyrgyzstan's National Investment Agency to boost crypto payment adoption and financial literacy. Binance Pay will facilitate seamless cross-border payments in Central Asia, enhancing trade with the Eurasian Economic Union. Binance Academy will collaborate on public education programs covering crypto basics and advanced finance. The initiative also supports local entrepreneurs and broader blockchain adoption. Binance is expanding its governmental partnerships globally, advising countries like Pakistan and helping others consider Bitcoin reserves. The move underscores Binance's evolving role as a crypto policy consultant to national governments. VanEck has filed for the first ever spot BNB ETF amid a wave of altcoin ETF applications. The filing follows the firm's earlier AVAX ETF attempt and highlights BNB's growing acceptance. Despite past regulatory challenges, BNB is being relisted by major exchanges like Kraken. Although approval from the SEC is uncertain, optimism is high following the success of Bitcoin ETFs. ETF analyst Eric Balchunas noted that altcoins are likely to follow Bitcoin's regulatory momentum, but decisions for many filings may not arrive until October. The filing signals increasing mainstream interest in the altcoin-backed ETFs. Ahead of the May 6 FOMC meeting, the US Federal Reserve resumed large-scale bond purchases, injecting $20 billion daily, the highest level since 2021. This move, reminiscent of COVID-era stimulus, signals efforts to ease financial stress amid geopolitical tensions like the US-China trade war. Market watchers anticipate a potential interest rate cut, with inflation nearing the Fed's 2% target. Bitcoin rebounded to 95K on the news, with altcoins also recovering. A dovish Fed stance could further boost crypto and risk assets, with analysts eyeing a possible 100K Bitcoin breakout depending on Wednesday's policies announcement. So that's all for the latest Kanga Crypto news, but before we wrap up, there is one important announcement: the competition! So what's the best way to get some free KNG tokens? Just take part in the competition! Wow, you can do it too! Every week, you can win some KNG tokens for free. Pretty good, right? Good deal. We want that. So here's the results of our last week competition. We have... And we do not have a winner. However, don't worry. All the tokens that you could have won this week are going to be available in the next pool. So you make sure to participate. So, do you want to be the next winner? Here's how. Predict the Ethereum to USDT value that will appear on our exchange at 9 AM Central European Time on the day of the next Kanga Crypto News episode, every Friday. Submit your predictions in the following format: hashtag Kanga Crypto News, the next episode number followed by your predicted value. To win, your guess must be the closest to the actual Ethereum value, but it cannot differ by more than 10 USDT in either direction. Does 10 USDT seem like a small margin to you? Well, you can increase it to 20 USDT if you leave an additional comment under the video that's unrelated to the contest. You can write anything you like for example, comment on any of the news. That's why you're here, right? That's why you're here. Every week, the winner will receive prize pool in KNG tokens equivalent to 10% of the likes on the latest Kanga Crypto News episode, plus any rollover KNG tokens from the previous competitions that have not had a winner. That's all free money, guys. Free money, free tokens. You want that? All you need to do is write a comment with your prediction and you can win. For more details, check the description below. So, did you enjoy the video? Give us a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest news. As always, stay informed and stay ahead in the blockchain world. So see you next time.
We are Kanga, beyond crypto.